Hello and welcome to my unscripted smoke tutorial. Alright, so if you're here, you're probably a smoke main. And as you know, that if you do forward 3-2, you completely mix your opponent and win the match, right? No, you get up blocked and die. So naturally, what anyone would do when they found out that you could up block the 2 of forward 3-2, they would attempt to stagger forward 3. Now that would be the correct thing to do if forward 3 wasn't -5. This will work sometimes, but honestly, most people are just gonna mash out of it since it's so negative. So what you want to do in any match that you're in is you want to do forward 3 into vapor cancel and then block. Now, what happens next is based on what your opponent does. There's like 3 or 4 possible things that are going to happen here. So, when you hit them with forward 3 cancel, they're either going to perceive the smoke as the forward 2 by not actually reacting to it, the 2, and they're not actually going to react to seeing it, they're just going to see an animation and then up block. If they do this, it's game on. Your life is pretty much set from here on out because they're trying to hunt that forward 3-2 for their punish. So that's probably best case scenario. Now, if you hit them with forward 3-2, forward 3 cancel, and they do nothing, you have some options here. You can hit them with it again if you have time. You can hit them again, and if they don't up block, this is usually a good indication that they're either too afraid to press a button, or they're not trying to up block it, or they don't know, or whatever the case may be. So if this happens, you can kind of just hit them with 1,000 cancels and do all that, because they're probably not trying to up block you, which is good news for you. You can then get away with this, mock pressure, and it's on them. If you hit them with forward 3 cancel and they do nothing, you should throw, most likely, because then that gives them a new thing to fear. Improves the mind game a little bit there. Probably the worst case scenario here is that if you hit them with forward 3 cancel and they immediately poke or try to take their turn back, which they can if you try to do 2 of these in a row and they try to take their turn back, you're gonna eat a full combo. So probably worst case scenario is if you hit them with forward 3 cancel and they poke or try and take their turn back. This kind of screws you a little bit, because that means they reacted to the smoke and they're not really hunting the up block, or they're capable of reacting to the smoke and reacting to the 2 of forward 3-2, which is bad news for you. So if they try to take their turn back or poke here, oh my god. If they try to take their turn back or oh my god. Try to take their turn back or poke, you have basically one extremely risky option, especially if you don't have smoke. It's not smoke. If you don't have Scorpion or Goro as your cameo. But instead of hitting them with forward 3 cancel, just let it rock, because then you'll get the combo off of Goro or Scorpion. That's the worst case scenario. But like I said, if you hit them with forward 3 and they up block immediately, it's game on. You're gonna have a pretty easy time probably opening them up and hunting that up block. And I'll show you how to practice this, so that way you can get good at it. Because it takes a bit. Because there's two forms of up block. There's the short one there, where you just tap it and it lasts for like a second. It's not very committed, which I think it should be, honestly. especially what it gives you. And then there's the long one when you hold it, and it lasts a little longer, and they're more susceptible to being opened up. There's the tap, and then the longer one. Now you can punish the tap one on reaction, but it's not easy. It's difficult. What you want to do is you want to go to your opponent, make them block all. Then you want to go to reversal mode, random. You don't want them to do it every time. You want to do random because you're trying to punish the up block on reaction. So you choose you go to random, and then you do record and nav, doesn't really matter. And now you go to the recordings tab, and you go to get up reversal, and you record just an up block tap, the shortest one. Now when I hit Scorpion, at random he will up block. So you know up block, up block. No up block, up block, up block, up block, up block, up block. Okay, so you can see it's random. Now what you want to do is you want to hit him with forward 3 cancel. Oh my god. And then if you see the up block, punish immediately. Oh my god, if I can do it right. See? Punish. Do it from the other side as well. Now the problem with this, especially not being able to stagger forward 3, is that when they see this smoke, it's a tell for better players. That smoke is typically a tell that you're probably going to cancel anyway, and then it's their turn. So like I said, if you want to take that risk against the better players and let it rock, I suggest you have Goro or Scorpion to help you combo off of that, because otherwise you're taking a really huge risk for just, I don't know, 12, 10%, however much this thing does. I don't even remember. But again, you want to practice doing this at random. And eventually you'll get faster at it. But as you can see, because they're stuck on the up block, you can punish them. That's basically it. I mean, like just off the bat, I used to always do this sequence. I always do 4-3 cancel because they're probably up blocking, and then do that. But the people who are better or more patient would just blow me up, which forced me. Like this would typically work. You know, I would do this, they would see that, then up block immediately, and I would get the free combo. And I would just do that, like, already planned in my brain. See, it caught him there, you know? It was already planned in my brain to basically do this. But again, like, the more patient players or better players would just react or keep blocking, and then once they saw the overhead, they would just up block it. So, now that forced me to then play it safer and then block immediately after my cancel, because realistically, it's not your turn after your cancel. It's not. You're negative. Taking your turn back here against anyone who actually knows how to fight smoke is a huge risk. So like I said, sometimes you'll do this to somebody and they'll immediately poke or take their turn back, and that's bad news because that means they're not typically either trying to up block you or they're reacting to the smoke, and they're probably capable of reacting to both the smoke and the 2 portion of 4-3-2, which is again bad news for you. But that's where, like, if you get the opening, let's say if you do this and you still have time and they're not taking the turn back, grab them, make them fear the grab. That way they might try to just duck and not block, and you can hit them with 4-3-2. But that's pretty much your options here. Again, if they don't do anything, go ahead, give them the beans, you know, just go crazy, because they're too scared, and that's their fault for not knowing how to, for not labbing smoke, basically, you know. If they had the knowledge that all these were negative, maybe they wouldn't let you do that. But basically that's it. I'm not sure if I had anything else to say about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If it helped you, let me know. If you have any questions, also just ask. I'll answer them. Thanks for watching.